Hi guys, it's Blackie from Shaman's Forge Bushcraft. Today I'd like to talk to you about, well, retiring an old friend. My canteen I've had for, God, years. The canteen itself was a gift from a very dear friend of mine who carried it in Vietnam. The cup was carried during World War II by my older uncle. The stove came from my uncle in Korea, and the cover came from my uncle in Korea. So I've used this cup 42 years. A while. But I have decided to retire it. And I tell you why. This canteen from canteenshop.com is a better canteen. We'll discuss that right quick. The problem with these canteens, as opposed to the canteens that was before it, the World War II canteen was a metal canteen, had this big ridge going across it. And when the canteen got kind of funky, after you've used it in the field for several days, and you get a little backwash and etc., and all you're doing is filling it, you're not really cleaning it, you could take it, fill it half full of water, put it in a fire, bring it to a boil, and sterilize it. You can't do that with a plastic canteen. The military is betting on you using the purification tabs, or iodine or Clorox or something like that, and that's going to sterilize it. But what if you don't have that option? What if all you're able to do is boil water because of whatever reason, but that's what we're stuck with. We're on the move and we have to use boiled water. How do you clean your canteen? There's the problem. Plus, these canteens put a flavor into the water and they get kind of funky after a couple of days. These canteens are something like a Nageline. I'm not sure the exact plastic, but they're tough. They're clear. That's the distinct advantage. You can see the water. And the fact that they can withstand temperatures of 211 below up to 275 degrees. Now, if you were in school like me, you know that water boils at 212. So, boiling water can go in this. This thing's dishwasher safe. Don't put it in a fire. But let me show you how to do this. Now, as you know, whenever you fill up one of these canteen cups, it holds more than the actual canteen does. So it's going to take two fillings in order to fill up a canteen. You found your water source. You want to clean and sterilize your canteen after you refilled it for several days, and you're wanting to clean it up. You don't have any other method other than boiling water. Here's how to do it. Find you a nice stable place on the ground, set the canteen down, then rake stuff up around it so that it's not going to tip over easy, because you're going to be dealing with hot liquid. Get your little squaw fire going or whatever. You do not have to use the little stove on the canteen cup, but if you got it, why not? Set it out there, bring your water to boil. When the water comes to a boil, I count to 100. 1001, 1002. When I get to 100, that should be roughly 90 seconds, a minute and a half. The water should be sterile. I've already filtered it through something, so I've got rid of all the scummy stuff, and I've talked about that in previous videos. Now, I'll take the cap, holding it up with a stick. Don't do this with your bare fingers. In fact, a pair of chopsticks would be good to hold that. And just pour just a little bit in the cap right quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let it go. Pour the water into the canteen. Now this water is just right off a boil. Now use a rag or something. Put your lid on. Screw it down, but do not screw it down tight. Go all the way to the bottom and come up like 1.5 turns or 1 full turn. Now using a rag, pick the canteen up and turn it upside down. Give it a little squeeze. See that air go into it? Now there's boiling water all through them threads sterilizing the mouthpiece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn it over. Leave it loose because that water may still be vaporizing. You may still be getting steam out of it. And as you know, steam is actually hotter than the water. And you don't want to screw it down and it pressurize your canteen. That pressure's got to go somewhere. So leave it loose. Now, refill this, put it back on the fire. It comes to the boil a second time. Fill your canteen up. Screw the lid down loose. Set this aside, let it cool. It's going to take 5 or 10 minutes for that to cool down to where it's cool enough to put in your pouch. The canteen will probably, after 10 or 12 minutes, still be pretty warm, but you can probably handle it. Okay? Now, I run 2 canteens anyway during the summer. Here in the South, you have to stay well hydrated. So, this canteen gets filled, and I've already got a canteen for drinking. This in reserve. When one gets empty, I stop and fill it. If I don't find a water source immediately, I got a backup. When I do find a water source, I'm going to fill both canteens full. I'll go ahead and cook then and use the water I've already made. Okay, now, the cover I'm going to is this Molly. I'd rather have the ACU one, but this was surplus and handy. And I found one of these little sport-like things. I picked it up at Walmart. There's 4 of them in a pack. And I found that they do a good job at staying in. Now, let me show you. I take and put it in the hollow like that of my canteen and canteen cup. Just like that. You see that handle sticking up? This will be folded over and will be behind the cup, anchoring it. Now the canteen goes in and out easily without any problems. And whenever I do stop to eat, I have an eating utensil to eat out of my pot. Pretty handy, huh? Now, the other distinct advantage of this being able to handle hot water bottle. Cold of winter, I'll be able to heat my water up, even if I'm not just boiling it to sterilize the water. If I'm cold and it's winter and the temperature's a little colder than I expected for what I brought, I can take my canteen, put it in my cup, bring it to a boil right at bedtime, put it in here, seal it up, hold it next to me, put it down at my feet or whatever, and have a hot water bottle in bed. Neat idea, huh? Hope this idea helps you. Hope it opens your eyes to new ideas. Canteen Shop swears that that's good in a dishwasher, and that's above boiling water. And it says it'll handle it up to 275 degrees or negative 211. That's any temperature I'd ever be camping. I'm Blackie for Shaman's Forge Bushcraft, wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day.